All right, playing a little 1972 Mets Pirates. A little late to the action. We just missed a couple of batters, but we're playing. There's two out, nobody on here in the top of the first. Seaver is facing Clemente, and here we go. Nothing interesting happened there. Just a strikeout and a ground out to start the game, and we got a strikeout here. Clemente goes down on strikes.
He struck him out.
So we go to the bottom of the first. Day-Ellis on the mound for the Pirates against the Mets here at Shea opening day. Buddy Harrelson lead it off. And we got a blank. And we got a righty base hit. Base hit for Harrison. And Kenny Boswell will be up. Runner on first, nobody out, no strategy. And here is a blank against the lefty batter. And a grounder to first, so we're going to get a double play check, but this is just going to be out at first. Runner advances on the 2. So, ODP, batter out, runner on second. Now they're giving me the steal for Harrelson. So Harrison's trying to sneak in the third, and he makes it. Stolen base. Runner on third, one out for AG. We might as well bring the infield in. It's early, but there's only one out and one run on, so not too much of a threat of a big inning. This is a K chance, but it's going to miss against the righty AG. And we got a G6 with the infield in. Runner on third holds, hitter out at first, so the infield in keeps the run from scoring for now. And I'll bring up Rusty Staub with 2 out and a runner on third. Pitch to him, too early to walk guys. And this is going to be a range play. Range play 13, we got an 11. And here's a liner to first. Robertson is a 6 in range, and he makes it with a 5. So
terrific play
there. We go to the top of the second, and Willie Stargell will lead it off. And this is a hit by pitch -1. He's a 5 -1. 9 is too big. No hit by pitch. And we got a ground at first, so 1 out, and that'll bring up Richie Hebner. And here is a blank against the lefty. And a fly to left. So we got 2 out for Sanguine. And an auto out. So this is just going to be a fly to center. Easy inning for Seaver. We go bottom 2. Cleon Jones leads it off against Day-Ellis. And now we got the question marks against a righty, but 16 is way too big. It only goes up to 4 for right-hand batters. So from there to blank. And a fly to left. Bring up Jim Fregosi. And this is a range play at the ballpark. Fregosi, a right-handed batter. This is a base hit to left, but it's a range play. Unfortunately, Stargell's only a 1 out there. And predictably, he does not make it.
He doesn't have it!
So it's a base hit, stays a single. Runner on first with 1 out. No strategy for Eddie Kranepool. And another question mark. This time against a lefty, but still 17 is too big. His lefty, Ellis's lefty only goes up to 8. So that's a blank. And now's a double to right, so we're going to have to roll on the chart to see if the right can
Right on the right field line, slicing toward the corner, air ball! Off the wall!
On base running, but he's only a 2, so he has to hold. Second and third, 1 out. Bottom of the second. Second and third, 1 out. Bottom. All right, they chose corners in. We'll leave corners in for Jerry Grody. Second and third, 1 out. I was thinking of just playing back and maybe giving up the run. Here's a home run chance for a right-handed batter. Grody against a righty is only a 4. But with men on base, he's a +6, bringing it up to a 10, and that's an 8. So that +6 is going to be a home run.
Holy cow! Look at this one!
There it goes, a home run for Jerry Grody. Wow. So Tom Seaver will bat now. It's 3-0. And we got an EFG at the ballpark. And a fly to left, so 2 out for Buddy Harrelson. Wow, +6 on bases on for Ellis. But he was a 4, so it could only go up 4. That's why it was an 8 and not a 10. Because Jerry Grody, this is not Buddy Harrelson, I'm talking about the Jerry Grody play. He was a 4 without the adjustment, but he can only go down 4 to 0, so he can also only go up 4. That's why it was 8 and not 10. I just picked up on that. Here's a K chance right-handed, and it's going to miss. You can only go up as much as you can go down, and vice versa. So there's an infield single. So since Brody can only go down from 4 to 0, he can only go up to an 8. But it was still enough for a home run. And here with a runner on first and 2 out, we got Kenny Boswell. And there's a K chance, and he struck him out.
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember.
Bob Robertson. And that is a K chance and a strikeout, 1 out.
He struck him out.
And that'll bring up Jackie Hernandez. And there's a K chance on a 14, and he's out. That's 2, and now he's got the pitcher. He got a chance to strike him out too. And whoop, EFG at the ballpark though instead. And Day-Ellis is a switch hitter, so he'd be batting left here, but a fly to center. We go bottom 3, Tommy Agee up. And there is a K against a righty and a strikeout.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
We'll bring up Rusty Staub. And we got an ET, possible error on a throw. Nobody on base though, so to fly to right, there's no throw. Here's Cleon Jones. So on those errors on a throw, you would need a grounder with nobody on base. Here's a K chance and a strikeout. So 3-0 on the Grody homer, top 4. Stennett leads off against Seaver. And there's question marks against a righty, but 15 is too much, so it's going to be a blank. And a base hit to right. So there's a runner on first, nobody out. Now Oliver. And there's a strikeout. Oliver goes down on strikes.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Bring up Clemente. And that's an auto out, 2, which is a fly to center. The first, in case you don't know, on the cards, these things are numbered, and it's like 2, 4, I think it's, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 11, 14, 17, and 20. So 2 would be the first box. They don't give you the numbers here, so you don't see it. That is 2 out for Stargell. And that is against the lefty is a base hit. We used the 8. Remember, it was 2, 4, 6, 8, so it would fall into this 3 category, but it's a base hit, so it's an S3. Runner does go to third. First and third, 2 out for Hebner. And there's a K chance, but no strikeout, so we're going to roll on Hebner. And a fly to left, so Seaver gets out of it. We go bottom 4, 3-0. Mets lead it. And there's a K chance, and it is going to be a strikeout because of the +1. He's going to go 13 to 14, and it's going to be a strikeout.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
1 out for Greenpool. And there is a blank against the lefty. Greenpool left-handed, and a base hit. Singles. Here's Grody, and you see he's a 4 against righties. So since he can only go down 4 to 0, he can only go up 4 to 8. So even if you get a +6, that would only go up to 8, not 10. But it was enough for the home run last time up. Runner on first, 1 out, no strategy. And there's a K chance, but it's going to miss. So we're going to roll on Grody. And against a righty, that's a base hit past short. He's not. First and second, 1 out for Seaver. No strategy, so we do not get the sack, so I'm going to let him hit. I probably would sacrifice there, but I'm going to go by the strategy roll. Here's a blank. And we got a fly to left. So runner is going to hold on the fly ball 2-3 chart. First and second, 2 out for Harrelson. And we got a walk chances. I mean, I've had a lot of walk chances, but this looks like it is going to be a walk. So we're going to
Walkie, good base on balls.
Loading the bases with 2 out for Boswell. Ellis is down to 8 batters faced. His pull number is 0, but I don't use the pull number. I make those decisions myself. We got a range play 13, and it's a 9, so it's a range play with the bases loaded and 2 out, and it's a fly to right. Luckily for the Pirates, it's Clemente, who is a 7 on this fly to right, and he makes it with a 4. So
An outstanding play.
much better to be to right than left there for the Pirates. And we go to top of the 5th, 3-0 Mets. Seaver out there. He can face 17 more batters, and before we have to worry about him being tired, and Manny Sanguillen will be the first of those. This will not be a range play. It's an RP 11, but we get a 13. And a pop to short. One out, and that'll bring up Robertson. And that is a K chance and a strikeout. Bob Robertson.
Swing and a miss. He struck him
Seaver
out.
has 6, and there's 2 out for Hernandez. And this is a walk chance, but it's going to miss by a mile. He's only a 4. And a double is Stanton.
And it's a double.
Hernandez likes to swing the bat against righties, and he gets a double there. With 2 out. Too early to do anything. Ellis is going to have to hit. I'm not taking him out yet. And there's a possible wild pitch, and a 7 is a wild pitch.
Just a bit outside.
The runner gets the third with 2 out. Can Ellis help himself? No, grounded first. So we go bottom 5, 3-0. AG will lead it off, and that is a strikeout. Struck him out, 1 out.
Strike, 3 call.
Bring up Rusty Staub. And that is an RP13. It is a range play on a 2. So we got a range play here. It's a fly to center. Oliver is only a 2 in center field, but a 1 makes it. So only a 2, but he gets the 1.
Terrific play.
Makes the play. Big range play there. 2 out, nobody on for Cleon Jones. Pirates with a 2 in center and a 1 in left. Here's a blank. Quite frankly, even the infield left side 3 and 4 is not great. There's a base hit.
Everybody clap your hands.
Look at this. We're getting a steal, and he's a 3. But Ellis is a +3 to a 6, and I'm going to go with this. I'm going to look. Sometimes people get thrown out with 2 outs. It would not actually be a bad play to try and get the second. And I'm going to go ahead and do the steal, and he's safe. He's safe with a 6. So he beats the throw with a 6 and gets in the scoring position. Runner on second. 2 out for Fergosi. And there's a K chance and a strikeout. So that gets him out of the inning.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Be sure to visit our concession stands.
We go to top 6. Of course, in those situations, it's the first instinct is not to do it, but it was a strategy roll, and plus you got a pitcher who was a +3 on the mound, so it made sense. And look, sometimes guys get thrown out. So here's Seaver pitching the Stennett, top 6, 3-0. Mets lead it on the Grote homer, and Stennett strikes out. That is 7 for Seaver, 1 out for Oliver. This game has gone fast. Now we got a possible error on a booted ball. Let's see if we get a result that will affect it. It is a G6. Harrelson is a 7 on the error, but 11 is no error. 2 out for Clemente. And there's a K chance, and it's going to miss on Clemente. He's a 9 plus the 1 is a 10. And a fly to left. So we go bottom 6. Pirates being stymied by Seaver. Ellis hasn't pitched badly. He made 1 bad pitch to Grote, hurt by his EO number. And he'll face Cranepool here, but he's getting down to the end of his time here. 3 batters faced. We got a blank. And a fly to center, though. 1 out. And that'll bring up Grote, the hero so far of the game. And he's going to miss the K, so he gets to swing on his card. And a fly to center. 2 out. So really, Ellis has been good other than that 1 pitch to Grote. Seaver bats, and against a righty, it's a home run. Oh, look at this. Against a righty, it is a home run check. Tom Seaver is a 15. Minus the 4 is an 11, and that's an 11. He hits himself a home run.
Fly ball deep to left field, hooking down the line. Gone! Towering fly ball.
Tom Seaver, just enough. 15 down to an 11 with a -4, and he just makes it for a home run. It's
Fans who
4-0.
interfere with play on
Ellis
the
is
field
down to
will
0.
be escorted from the stadium.
I'm going to see if he can get Harrelson to get out of this inning with 2 out, nobody on. Harrelson's batting left, so that's a blank. Harrelson's a switch hitter. And there's a fly to right, so we just get out of the inning. So we go top 7. Mets now lead it 4-0 on the strength of 2 homers, including Tom Seaver hitting a home run. And I got to look up how many he had in his career, but obviously he had nice home run numbers there, so did okay in 72. Stargell will lead it off. And that is a blank against the lefty. And there's a fly to left. I was playing payoff pitch and Lemon hit a homer, but that makes sense. Bob Lemon, of course, was a great hit. It looks like Seaver could hit home runs there in 72. There's a walk. That's going to miss. 15 just misses the 17. And there's a star 8 and a grounder too short. So 2 out, nobody on. And it's just been the Tom Seaver show now along with little Jerry Grody. So it's basically been the Mets battery. Seaver and Grody. And this K is going to miss. And it's a fly to right. So 7th inning stretch time. Bottom of the 7th. And we got to get Ellis out of there. We got to put in here this game. Alright, well, they're losing 4-0, so let's put in Luke Walker. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. He'll face the lefty Boswell here to start the bottom of the 7th. And here's question marks against the lefty, and it is an auto out. So lefty's going to get the auto out, and we use the same number on these. When you get these S numbers or auto outs, you use the same number. You don't re-roll. So a 4 is a ground third. 1 out. Now that'll bring up AG. I didn't check this game in retro sheet, so I don't know what relievers actually came in. I usually do that, but that's all right. Who cares? Fly to center. 2 out, and that'll bring up Staub. Just want to play a game and have some fun. That's a blank against the lefty. And that's a G6. So we go top 8. 4-0. Seaver still can face 7 batters. So the biggest question right now is, can he maybe complete this game? Bob Robertson. The Pirates are going to try and make it hard for him. And here's a home run chance. Here we go. Righty is 18. So -1 empty. It's going to be a home run on a 5. Bob Robertson breaks the shutout.
He might have had it. There it goes. It's out of here. Oh, doctor.
Oh, Dr. Bob Robertson breaks the shutout. It's 4-1. Bring up Jackie Hernandez. And here's a walk chance, but that's going to miss. Again, remember, Hernandez doesn't like to walk against righties. So last time he doubled after this. And here he grounds right back to Seaver. 1 out. We got to get Luke Walker out of there now, so we're going to need a lefty preferably. Who do they got? They got Milt May and Vic Davalillo. Let's go with Davalillo. And he's going to bat with 1 out, nobody on. And this is a blank against the lefty. And that's an infield single. So he's on. Runner on first, 1 out for Stennant, who is 1 for 3 with 2 Ks in the game. And this is a K chance and a strikeout. He's going to strike out for the 3rd time. That's 8 for Seaver, and Oliver will bat with 2 out. And now possible wild. 11 is a wild pitch.
Just a bit outside.
Runner gets in the scoring position with 2 out. And against a righty, that's a G4. So we need a new pitcher, and again, they're not in the lead, but we'll go with Bob Miller. Bob Miller can pitch here. Try and keep the game at 4-1 in the bottom of the 8th against Cleon Jones. And we start with a walk. It's going to be a walk. Jones is
Outside. Base on ball.
Runner on first, nobody out for Jim Fregosi. And now we got question marks righty, and an 8 is a base hit. Single. It's going to be a single play into right field. And runner gets third. Advance first and third, nobody out. Now we will bring the infield in. We can't give up any more runs. With Ed Crane pulling first and third, nobody out. And we got a pickoff at the ballpark. And a 2 is a pickoff at second. Unfortunately for them, there is no runner on second base. So it cannot be a pickoff at second. And we're just going to roll at the ballpark. And we get a fly to right. So we got to roll on the chart. First of all, the sac fly number fails. It was a 12 on a 19. So now we got to roll on the chart. And it is advance 4 to 7. He's a 3, so he has to hold. First and third, 1 one out for Grody. We've got to bring the infield in again. And we get a walk chance and a walk. The bases are going to be loaded.
Walks, and that wasn't close.
Again, infield in. Seaver up. Bases. He hit a home run last time. I'm not taking him out. I'm going to leave him in. Bases loaded. One out. Seaver's going to bat with the infield in. And a blank, so we roll on. Oh, it's BKIN. So it's BKIN number 15 to 20, and the blue die was an 18. So that is a strikeout. His BKIN number comes into play here, and it's an auto strikeout. So he strikes out. You don't get a lot of the BKIN, PKINs, because I usually play with DHs and stuff when I card. So bases loaded, 2 out, and it's up to Harrelson. So that was a BK, one of those BKIN or whatever they are, strikeouts. And here's an EB. So we got a possible error on a booted ball. We do have a G5. Hebner's a 7. See if he boots it. No, 12 is no error. So we go top 9. Seaver's going to try and finish
Remember to get your copy of the souvenir program.
He's up 4-1. Clemente leading it off. He can face 2 batters. Then he will be tired for the 3rd, potentially. And here's a pickoff at the park. Nobody on base, so we go to the park. And this is a fly to Clemente's a right-hand hitter, so this is going to be a fly to center. Would have been a home run chance against a lefty. 1 out, Stargell. So Seaver's 2 outs away. And this is a blank, Stargell's lefty. And this is an infield hit for Stargell. How many of those he got? Runner on first, one out. Of course, this is a younger Stargell. Runner on first, 1 out. I'm going to let Seaver stay in. He's tired now, technically, so his tired results are now going to be activated. But he has a 3-run lead, so I'm going to let him pitch to Hebner. And then we'll see. And this is going to be a walk, and this is probably going to be the end of the road for Seaver.
Walk me. Good base on balls.
Sanguillen coming up first and second. And Tug McGraw was their big save guy, but Frizella saved 9 as well. We got the righty Sanguillen here, and we got righties the rest of the way. So this is a tough call because McGraw is really their guy. I'm going to go to Tug. Tug's coming in. First and second, 1 out, pitching to Sanguillen. Let's make this interesting. And it's a possible error on a throw. So things getting dicey for the Mets, and it's a single pass. It's a center field. No error. And runner on third holds. Advance 3-8. He's a 2. So bases are loaded with 1 out. That run by itself doesn't mean anything. They need 3. So bases loaded, 1 out. We are going to play infield back. We'll give up a run. And Robertson homered is a game. Things getting dicey here. Right-handed, though, that's a K-plus shot. Lefty, it would have been a base hit. Interesting. Righty, it's a K-plus. And that's going to be a strikeout. So Robertson strikes out. Bases loaded, 2 out. And now let's see. Do we have a more interesting righty than Jackie Hernandez? Yeah, we got Gene Kleins. Let's use Gene Kleins here. Gene Kleins will come up. Bases loaded, 2 out. Tug McGraw trying to save this game. The Mets are in control most of the way. Pirates have come alive here in the last couple of innings with a Robertson homer. Now they load the bases with 2 out. Gene Kleins pinch hitting for Hernandez. And it's at the ballpark. Right-handed batter, and a base hit to right. Runner on third is going to hold. They're going to play it safe. They need 2, so it makes sense. And now we got a pinch hit for Miller. Bases are still loaded, and it's 4-2. And now who are we going to pinch hit? We got Chuck Goggin. I don't remember that well. We got Dave Cash. I think I might go with Cash. We also have Milt May. Cash has a little pop. Let's go with Dave Cash. Dave Cash coming in to pinch hit for the pitcher. Bases are loaded, 2 out. Pirates fighting back here late. Tug McGraw trying to save it. And it's up to Dave Cash pinch hitting off the bench. Let's see here what happens. And we get an 8-2 as a K chance, but he's going to miss. He's a 6 against lefties. Whenever we have a switch to a lefty first time, I always have trouble remembering the look on this side. But he's a 6 plus 1 is a 7, so he's missing the K. We're going to roll on Cash for the game. And it's a grounder to short. And the Mets hold on 4-2. Good ball game.
And that's a perfect
Home
game.
runs from Brody and Seaver. Also Robertson. Pirates come alive late, threaten, but they can't come all the way back, and the Mets win it 4-2. Thanks for watching.